All right, we're going to start up again, and yep, there it is. See now, again, I started it for a third time, John. So it's back up. Now I've got to close this. I know that, but I'm afraid it's going to look exactly the same after I do it. Yeah, yeah. But I'll tell you what. Um, I think the emulators for everybody have been running long enough, including me. So now I think we should be able to go in and at least try to build a hello world if you have not already done so. All right. Now, what you may want to do is, again, I know I've asked you to do it several times, you may want to have a brand new folder, and please watch this, everybody. All right, notice when you come in here, because this is what John just said, and I agree with him. If we go in here, we do the new and we do the Android application project like we've been doing. If you look right here, look up on the screen. If instead of having the minimum required SDK be at 8, if you change it to, what is it, 14 or above, you won't get that V directory, that V compat, the compatible directory. So I'd suggest doing that. All right. So I've got the minimum here to 14. Well, again, I already did a hi mom, so there's hi dad. All right. So 14. I think you said that it was the preview anyway. All right. And so I think everything else that's in here is okay. Right. Right. But that compatibility thing, what I think they're trying to do is they're trying to come up with kludges to make the stuff work in older devices. But the thing is, well, what we're doing, that doesn't matter anyway. So you should be okay setting it up like this, in other words. Again, next. You never change anything on any of these then, right? Next. Next. Blank activity. Next. You can leave them the names. Finish. That might take, again, if it's a brand new folder and the like, this might take anywhere from a half a minute to a couple minutes. Right. Yeah. But don't jack with this thing when it's going. Don't don't close this because it's taking a long time. See, it's gone, but it's, you can see I still don't have control of the mouse. So I'm going to wait for a while yet. Alright, so what should end up coming up on yours, now I've got a big log cat here, so I've got to make this smaller, but you should end up getting something like this. When you get this, the Project Target Android 5 is still loading. Don't do anything still. It's going to build the interface right in here. You have to be a little patient with it. Alright, and I do also. But it eventually should come up then, and you should have your screen here with the text view on it that says Hello World. All right, again, that may take a little bit of time. All right, so mine's up. So what I'm going to try to do, and again, mine may not work. Now notice again, I don't have that compatible directory. All right, and thank you again for checking on that. But if I right mouse click on here, that's just how you always run it. You right mouse click on the project name, you go down to Run As, and you choose Android Application. Boom. And then ideally, within a couple minutes, on your emulator, it's going to come up and say, Hello World. If that works for everybody and it doesn't work for me, then what I'm going to do between now and next class is I'm going to come back into my SDK manager, and like Mark said, I'm going to remove everything and just do it again from scratch. It's like there's... Did you create a new project? right mouse click on the name of the project. Go to run as. So you see, it's just a method name commands. You did that. You didn't change. You may have a problem with this. We'll see.
No, just leave that.
Yeah, but I think she's going to have that for everything. Well,
Well, Mark has it too.
okay. Okay.
But double click it to open it. Yeah. And just leave it like that.
All right, now right mouse click where it's got hide. Now it should go down to run as. And you have now just wait. It should come up. Sure. And see, when you look down here, John, there's a lot of red. Read-only file system. I don't think that's one I'd seen before, to be honest with you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Actually, what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to Kelly's do anymore? Kelly, did yours go any further? Okay, if you look at mine, John, for some reason, I've got, look at, if you look up here, everything's uninstalled. Until you get down to here. It won't let me remove these two. No, I can highlight them and I can tell it to delete. Yes, that's like the 6th time. Yeah, but I'm just saying that I can't even remove them if I want to. But if you look, everything else is uninstalled. Well, I don't think that's going to hurt to leave those, is what I'm saying. And now I'm coming in here, up to there. All right, so those are installed. Let's just do those. Right. I don't think that matters. Well, that's what Adrian used when he was here. That was the sample stuff that he used. But we don't have it. I mean, we're never going to do anything with it, so that really and truly shouldn't matter. I can't turn off the antivirus. It's okay. Well, it actually now I'll find out because it wasn't allowed to go any further down below because of because of that one folder. So if need be, I'll do them one at a time. I didn't change anything. I got that once before, and when I went back and basically deselected everything and reselected everything, then it worked. So I can't tell you why. No, no. I haven't done anything. Adrian did some stuff on this machine, but it shouldn't have. He was using his own login, so it shouldn't have affected me any. No, I did last week. Then we started. No, the emulator just hangs. So if we do this and it still doesn't do anything, I don't know what to do. I have no idea. No. I did go and, like I said, at home on the laptop, but that was with Android Studio. I got that working fine. I created the Hello World. I did a few other things. That was fine. Well, yeah, that ideally, yeah, that's what we'd like to do. Yeah, there are some mistakes in that handout, so I've got to go back and redo the handout. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through that handout, but as we find mistakes, I'm going to fix them right away and then give everybody the completed one when we're all done. run? Did Teresa's run?
He was getting parse content here, and so I restarted it on virtual desktop.
Now I got an error on the build tools with 21.1.1 with this. For example, Windows Explorer. Okay, then I'll close that. Or see if that did it. So there's nothing else running on there. And I don't have the ability to deactivate my antiviral software. I can't even do that if I want to. So everything else in there was installed, but that one won't install. Yeah, we'll find out.
Kelly's was not one. Kelly was,
Okay.
he was getting
So
on there.
was the documentation, the SDK, the samples don't really matter. No TV, this, all this.
Yep.
And nothing here, nothing here, nothing there, nothing there, nothing there, nothing there, or there, or there. It's all the way down at the bottom, right? Now it did uninstall one of those two that it said it couldn't install. Now you want that installed. Yeah, it already says it's installed. I want the support library, and I want this. Is that it? So if all this works, the only thing I won't have that everybody else has is that one thing up at the top here, is this, build tools, which you said may end up mattering. And like I said, I don't know what else to do. All I can do is restart this, come back in and try it again, and if it still doesn't work, totally get out of the virtual desktop, come back into it and try it again. I don't think that would matter, but the only thing I could think of was, the only thing that was open was in Eclipse. The logcat was still open. I know, I agree with you. It shouldn't. Shouldn't and doesn't mean necessarily it doesn't, but it shouldn't matter. That's the only, I just looked, that was the only thing I could think of that was still open. There's everything else just about that's in here is closed. Did Kelly start running? And the good news now is Laura's such a pro that when Zach comes back, she'll be able to totally walk him through everything. striping on the tables? So it's got macro striping. I'd show you, but I can't because I'm afraid to do anything else while this is running.